Handicapper Steve here, handicapping the racing from Colonial Downs here on Saturday. It is the 15th of March, 2025. Gonna look at the stakes races on the program from Colonial, but before I get onto that, remember to please follow me on Twitter at Horse Racing Kit 5 for more selections for race courses around the world, and I mean it around the world. Let's look at the stakes action here. The Virginia Oaks and Derby from Colonial. It's a good card today. Hopefully not so many scratches, which seems like it's been the thing with this meeting at Colonial this season. But we're gonna look at races 8, 9. The eighth race, it is the Virginia Oaks. It's going for a $250,000 purse race for 3-year-old fillies here. Field of 8 horses going 1,700 meters or the one-turn mile 16th here at Colonial. My top selection, I'm going to go with the number 6 horse, You'll Be Back. I'm going to go 6-8-3-1 in the superfecta. 6-8-3-1 super. Top selection, 6 horse, You'll Be Back. This 3-year-old filly by Practical Joke. Tom Amos trains. Javier Castellano, the veteran, gets the mount. They ran the horse most recently in the Dixie Belle at Oaklawn, 6 furlongs in late February, about 3 weeks ago now, 24th of February. He finished 3.5 lengths that day, and he didn't have the best trips early on from the inside. He sat back early, moved a little bit late. I thought he wanted a longer trip, but she got down the race course well. Going about 16th here today, and wouldn't surprise me if this front running speed or front runners hold up here. I think he can find a trip to win. He just, got overtaken behind Jenkin in the year's end at Oaklawn, a mile in the mud, 29th of December, where he finished second by 3/4 length, where he stalked. He had the lead. Jenkins just caught him late, but he ran his heart out that day over a longer trip. Not a bad race in the feet. And then late November at Fairgrounds, 6 furlongs in the main special weight, winning by 1.5 lengths that day from a tracking trip. He was a little bit wide, but he got the job done. A very, very good race for it being his sophomore effort. His freshman effort came actually 6 months prior in late June at Churchill. 5.5 in the main special weight, where he finished fourth by 1/4 lengths. The winner was the next start winner. Second place finisher Lakar is a decent horse. This horse just needed the race there for the experience. It was a little green and lackadaisical. Since his last race, training quite nicely at the fairgrounds, coming here to a mile 16th. I think this horse could win. The 8 horse finally for Grand Motion and Irad, I think, would find a trip to win also. Won quite easily in the main special weight at Tampa over the 7 back in February. When had 4 lengths coming from the back of the pack, he really got the job done. He had to steady at the top of the lane, but he really flew unclear. I think coming from a little bit behind, also, if there's going to be a pace meltdown, if the closers win, I think it's going to be him. I think from Y poster here today, it looks like he wants to go a longer trip. Not the world's deepest race here today. I would give this horse Sean the ticket also at 7-2. But to recount my selection now for the 8th from Colonial, it's the Virginia Oaks. We're going to take the 6 horse, You'll Be Back. Give kudos to the 8 horse family. 6-8-3-1 super, 6-8 in the multi race. Let's get to the 9th race now from Colonial, which is the Virginia Derby. It's going for a $500,000 purse race for 3-year-olds here. 10 horses are going the distance of ground of 1,800 meters or the one-turn mile and the eighth at Colonial. I can't remember the last time I saw a mile and the eighth race at Colonial, where they on dirt, which wasn't an off turf race. They just don't card a lot of these races at Colonial. So I think it's going to be a little bit of a learning curve experience to see how this race, runs. If the closers are going to win, if the speed's going to hold up, be very tiring, like the one-turn mile and an eighth at Belmont. But actually, it's going to be just coming to thought. It's going to be the first mile and eighth one-turn race on dirt in America since Belmont last ran 2 years ago now. But so with that being said, my top selection of this year's Virginia Derby, I'm going to go with 7 horse Rapture. We're going to go 7-2-8-6 in the superfecta. 7-2-8-6 super. Top selection, 7 horse Rapture. This 3-year-old colt by Uncle Mo. Brad Cox trains. Fabian Pratt gets the mount. They ran the horse most recently on the 25th of January at Oaklawn, a mile 16th in the main special weight, where he won by 6.5 lengths. He had a bit of a wide trip, but he got good position down the backstretch to settle his horse down, and he did just that. Top lane, he quickened up nicely. And he went away with it. Second out ever. That was the key to get him to a victor or to the winner's circle. Come here, stakes quality horses, not the world's deepest race. I think he could find a trip to win. I also like that Flavian's going to ride him here today, coming into Virginia to ride him. He ran on debut in mid-December at Gulfstream, the one-turn mile in the main special weight, where he lost behind Vasmo, who's the next star winner at Gulfstream, or excuse me, at Tampa. This horse plays behind him. He sat back early from the inside. He was a little bit wide late, but he got beat by a better horse on the day. You know, came back to win it quite nicely after that with a nice 82 buyer. Horses trained quite nicely at Payson Park. 5 furlong workout 102 flat a few weeks ago, and a 5 furlong workout 102 prior to that. refreshing year. Mile Mace should really suit him well. I think this horse can win. I think the 2 horse John Hancock for Brad Cox and Mike Smith can win also. Ran in the Sam F. Davis a few weeks ago over the mile 16th at Tampa, where he won by half length. He was, dueling all the way around, but he held on to the race. That was a very good run. Ono Might was, with him and just it went down right before the wire, but this horse, he ran his heart behind him. Oh, and Mighty won last week quite nicely in the Tampa Derby. But this horse won on debut at Tampa prior to that, going 6 furlongs in the main specialweight, won by 3 lengths that day. He basically put on a show, a very, very strong run. Now, biggest question with him, can he win outside of Tampa? I like that he's getting Mike Smith up. He should run for days. 3-1, let's use him on the ticket. But to recap my selection for the ninth from Tampa, ninth from Colonial now, it is a Virginia Derby. I'm going to go with the 7 horse Rapture. Give kudos to the 2 horse John Hancock. 7-2-8-6 Super. 7-2 in the multi race. So good luck to all. Please follow me on Twitter at Horse Racing Kid 5. Good luck, everybody.